Hello, welcome to the Ukraine war update. Today is March 21, 2022. So for today, there are not much progress. Russian Defense Ministry only gave a small progress update to this particular visit here. This one, Novomolofia, this particular place. Sorry for my pronunciation, I couldn't see it clearly. So we can see that there's barely any change on the frontier, except that this one actively pushing. But on the other hand, it's pretty clear that there is not a huge difference in there. There is some mechanical unit like a Ukraine army, but not a huge defense. No stationary like trenched warfare here. So I believe that once the Mariupol finished by the Russian, there is a huge pool of resource like military can be used to push around. Right now, the single biggest resource Russian put into war, all the elite military are in Mariupol, like Chechen on the east, Donetsk on the north. The Crimea is main force is in the west. So all the best infantry and probably also the other elite force are focused on the Mariupol. So seeing that, the Makliv area, the Makliv local military expand outward a little bit. So the Russian, they still have control this town and also drive Russian away. As I said earlier, the Russian drive away from the city very easily. You can show that these are not the major Russian force. Major Russian force is actually in the Mariupol. And there is some bombardment on this frontier. The Russians are attacking the border of the Dnipro region. There is a big lake, and the Russians are trying to surround and have a heavy bombardment, like a multi-rocket launcher attacking this region. So the another thing is that we also have an update from Ukraine that about 200 soldiers was sleeping in like a garrison building when the Russian use heavy rocket to basically bombardment and collapse the building completely. Most of the soldiers most likely been like died. That's a single biggest Ukraine force loss over the whole war. So there is still heavy fighting around the several Donetsk region. This one should fall very quickly. I think this one cannot hold very long. Today they shift the focus of bombardment from this city to Luhansk, this particular next city. So that's so probably this area is around maybe half finished. this frontier still stays the same. So my perception is that on the north, the focus probably is on the Izim area. They try to keep this particular hub operation. They are not giving up this one. So on the Kharkiv area, there is no real progress. Like Russia is still going like very far away from the city. Similarly, like the Kharkiv, the Kiev region is still the same. Like the Russian are pretty far away from the. There was an update today by the Ukraine saying there is an attack. Ukraine attack this particular city. So potentially, the land will move up. But attack may not necessarily mean occupy, so we still keep the current borderline. Some other new information was that there are about like 30,000 to 40,000 Ukraine soldiers around Kharkiv region. So Kharkiv would be very difficult, and probably far more on the east, west, and the south side of the Kiev. They probably also reinforce on the east side because they expanded, like Ukraine force expanded on the east side. So I assume the major force of Ukraine are around Kharkiv and around Kiev. While the major part of the Russian are around like Mariupol. Let's also make some detail area around Mariupol. There's information that on the southern side of the city center, the Ukraine forces still have some control. There also have some report, they on the north side of the river. This side there is still some Ukraine forces still under control. There are potentially some Ukraine soldiers also around this area, but I'm not very sure. So I leave it open. Neither side is occupied in this area. But I'm pretty sure that the west side of the Russian army already occupied the city center. That's very close to the steel factory there. On the other hand, we still see heavy fighting inside and around the steel factory here. And the local people in Mariupol also say most of the fighting happened near and inside the steel factory. So this probably is the major Ukraine force here. But because they cannot supply any weapon, and especially they don't have the newer U.S. supplied weapon for the Mariupol. Mariupol defense has much less smart weapon from the West. So Mariupol would be no big threat to the Russian tank and Russian infantry. So the Mariupol is likely to run out of water, food, and ammunition very soon. So I don't expect, and also because Russians really have very forcefully. Some people say it was 90% of the building inside the Mariupol was heavily damaged. So we think that there are not much ammunition left for the Ukraine soldier. So there should be occupied by the Russian in the next few days. So that's the details I have. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe so that you can receive the next update tomorrow. Bye now.